Hello everyone, I welcome you all in today's video. Hope all of you are doing well, and this video is going to be a demo project on our Kubernetes cluster, and I am taking a case cluster for today demo. And you can see a picture in your screen. This is the architecture diagram of what our infrastructure or what our project will look like. We have a databases, we have a middlewares, gateways, and web servers in our projects. So by implementing this project, you will get a very good hands-on on and good knowledge of Kubernetes and a good hands-on for projects. You will get the we can say the practical aspect what you should require when you are implementing or creating project, how you can deal, what are the requirements you are look for. So I hope this intro looks interesting to you, and let's start for today video. And before moving, I like to give you the introduction of my channel. I make the video related to DevOps, and there are multiple playlists you can find on our channel. Wazoo and is getting very popular. You can visit our channel and get benefit from that. Let's start. This is the different playlist you can see on our channel. There are multiple, and we are covered the multiple deployment, multiple things. Let's come back. Okay, we have a Kubernetes cluster on which I have two node currently. For being the time, it is perfect. If you require more as per the requirement of application, we will launch more. We can say more tools, more node we can launch at that time. Let's start here. We will copy this project. We will clone into our local environment, and it is a public repository, so you can also. I found this repository on internet and found this very interesting for the demo purpose, and everything they like database, middleware, everything we have there. So if we come back again to project, we have two databases, two storage here, MySQL and Elasticsearch. Both we deploy on the Kubernetes cluster, and while we start any infra, any project, first we start with the databases where we plan everything, but for implementation we start with the things which has no dependency. Like this web server is dependent on gateway, and gateway is dependent on this, and these middlewares are dependent on this particular Elasticsearch and this MySQL databases. So we have done the cloning, and this is what we get. So first we see MySQL, what is this, and how we can achieve this. Here you can see we are making a deployment, and it's kind of V1 version, and EMPS DB we are giving its name, and there is no namespace metadata. We can choose spec. We want to create one replica. For today demo, we are just going with the one replica, not creating a high level, and we can go with the managed services. For being the time, we just create one replica and make it on Kubernetes. So under that we have we are taking a image of EMPS DB, okay, and then image pull policy always EMPS DB, and container port is 3306. Limit is set. We should always set limits and request to our all the applications. They are just here they are just mentioning some environment variable. Anything which you like to pass, you can pass. And here I can see there is no authentication is currently set here. Okay, no issue. We have a service v1 emps db. Okay, one second. Here I'm seeing their repository emps db, and if I go to tag section, I'm seeing tag 1.0, its latest publish, and here is 0.1 tag 4 years ago. Okay, so both tag we have. We can make our own. They are building this file, this image from official Microsoft image 5.6 and adding a MySQL root password, and let's go with it. Create our first. Let's create a namespace kubectl create ns. We can say test. Okay, test is created. For visualization I'm using lens, and test is there. Okay, currently nothing is there. Okay, just here we are in the project. Under that we have clone the directory. Just move under that, and we have MySQL. Okay, k8s.yaml. Okay, so let's apply this simple Kubernetes file, kubectl apply -f, and then we have k8s.yaml -n test. Might be command not visible too. I think now it is visible. I have use the command kubectl apply -f k8s -n test. Then through this we have created deployment and one service, and here you can check we have two. We have requested for two Kubernetes objects. One is services and one is deployment. Let's come back to lens. Here you can see our one deployment with one replica set, which in result giving us the one pod is ready, and it's running. We can check its logs. So there is no looking any error, and but as I'm seeing, it's continuously taking restart, and when I'm checking its logs, unable to start server, and this entry bar is getting killed waiting for server startup. We can do one thing. Here if you check again, we was just using the official Docker file. Under that we have MySQL 5.6. Same we can call here. Okay, just we need to comment this. and let's check doing the deployment again. EMPSDB configured. What I have done, I have changed the configuration, like I'm changing the image from which it's getting fetched. Might be the issue was the image. We are at length. Let me go back to overview. Okay, you need to specify one of these following: my root password, or MySQL allow empty password. Okay, let's do this. Okay, it's working now. Issue was that the specified memory was not sufficient. Here I have raised it to make it double for being the time. It's can increase its limits. For here we see. If I go back, what we have used this. So this image is not having any issue, so we can use their image only for being the time. Check with it, it's throwing error or not. It shouldn't throw the error as we have increased the limits. First we check it's throwing error or not. Okay. It's new pod. Let's check its logs. Okay, it's working fine. So we are ready with the first our microservice, and it's one of our database. And while we work with the database, we should provision the PVC and PVC claims. And if you watch my previous videos and where we deploy the Elasticsearch and other stuff, we created the PV. For beginner time, we are just creating a demo for the application working. Our main focus. Then the this is the must-do part. We will cover it later on. If we just close this and go to second part is the Elasticsearch, and under the Elasticsearch, what we are having? We are having a Elasticsearch file of 7.5.0. It is a particular Elasticsearch version of 7.5.0, and it's have some Elasticsearch heap value, how many value it will take, and its password, Elasticsearch password, and Elasticsearch.yaml. The configuration we are passing from our local to under that user share Elasticsearch.yaml. If you see under Elasticsearch.yaml, what we have, it is a very simple Elasticsearch file which have the cluster name via OT microservice, and network host is open to everyone, and it is single node and discovery and expect license type trial, express to OT enabled. Okay, and monitoring collection also enabled. So if security is enabled here, we should pass the authentication here. And remember, the default password was the password, and we have override this password we should use the Kubernetes secrets or secret through key vault and other key services. You will find a video on our channel for this particular secret management, for being the time we can let it as it is, don't push it to the git. And after that we have k8s YAML. We are creating a deployment same as EMPS, and it's using the OPST version of EMPS. It's mentioning the deploy time. Here we are mentioning the deploy time, but where we are giving the password. One second, we are not on the Docker file. Okay, we have given password, and root user is by default is Elastic. So we this file is look also complete. We don't need much to do here. So just come back to what we can do. cd to Elasticsearch and kubectl, apply -f, and it's again k8s.yaml, and in the space test we are so we have run a new. In that particular ES we haven't defined any, if you can see, we haven't defined any resource limit. So defining resources is very crucial part, and it's taking 466 MIB currently, and the CPU, very low CPU it's taking. And check its log, what its log saying. Okay, well, EMPS DB, EMPS ES, sorry. It's cluster info, SMP service, cluster OT microservice, EMPS EB message, cluster UID. It's standalone, and OT microservice EMPS. Okay, it's also loaded and working. So till now we have two components in place and they are working. One thing I want to say, if we are creating here the deployment, but when you create, if you want production level setup, you use this block of Elasticsearch. It will give you a high level of Elasticsearch cluster and highly available cluster with I think 3 master you can create, or whatever the requirement you have, you can go with it. Moreover, if you want to learn about the PVC and stateful set, you watch these videos, and how to deploy stateful set with the persistent, you can go with it. So we can move ahead with the third services. If we look back again to this, now we have in place these, and we can go with this one, employee one, and employee, come back here, what it's saying, employee, they have config for it, and elastic, some elastic packages is using. So employee they are creating, and if we see, employee is talking with Elasticsearch and gateway is talking with employee. Okay, just come back, and here we have the Elasticsearch config to employee config, Elasticsearch username, password, and API port. It's port of this particular service, and 9200 is running its Docker file of solution. Okay, it's copying this folder and making it a working directory. Then it's running the Go deployment. This particular application or middleware is made from Go language, and to build this we are running this command. And this is the example of the multi-staging Docker file, and under the step we are making a build, and then we are taking a alpine image, very light image, and making a we are making a statement that take this slash app as a working directory, and we are adding some dependency over here, and then we are making a copy from builder is here. We are making copying from builder under the go src employee. That was the previous working directory. Under that we have a there should be a, like we can say, binary file which come as a output of this build process, and we want to copy over here. And config.yaml in the slash app we want this config, and config file is placed here. Okay, we made an environment variable of a config file here. So if we not made this, we have to pass here the config file with path. Currently we don't it, we just are good with this to start the application. So expose as this is available to others at 8083. So Docker file, after the Docker file the things come is the not Jenkins files here with the deployment of EMPS employee, and it's making, I don't think this image will work. It's like some private images. Okay, deploy container port, and like here you have made your Docker container working at 8083. You should, and while you deploy it on as a Kubernetes pod, you have to make it expose on your container port will be exposed, but you have to make it explicitly mentioned in the ports of pod. So 8083 will be available to other ports for the communication. Okay, just get it one step back and go to employee ls. One second, we are here. EMPS. Just go back. EMPS DB Kafka salary. We are looking for the Orchestration EMPS employee. Okay, employee is not there. Now we have this image. I don't we can check we can use this image or not. We have tag 3.0 and we all the apps previous we have used of old version, so let's use this app only for the being the time. and kubectl reply have enough k8s and test, and in employee we can go with it. So it is created. This as per me, this doesn't have much meaning. This just to make example of environment how we can define. So EMPS is also there, so we can see EMPS image pack pull off. Okay, we have deployment there, we have pods there. Actually, we have done a mistake. We have just copied this EMPS 1.0, not off string. We should mention the full address, registry, and then image with tag. So if I came back to here, I change it to off EMPS employee, and now if I can go to lens again, I'm seeing this is working. Let's check its logs again. Listening on, and it's starting listening on 8083. So what we can do, first get a taste of the application that we are getting it right or not. If we have gateway or not, what is under gateway, let's see. Gateways look like a load balancing services, and as per the request it's spreading the request. And how this code, gateway, and gateway docker file, Maven, using the Maven latest as a builder, and solution is maintained. Then this Java repository, we are copying everything, each and everything under a Java directory, and making the Java directory as our working directory. Then we do a run Maven package. Again, this is a multi-staging Docker file, and through this we get a binary in Java. We can say it's a jar file. It might be a jar file, and then from Alpine, a very light image we are taking, and user through root user we are making this dependency to be installed on the Alpine image. And then we are from builder is the above stage. Here we are taking the Java target. Under that Java we have a target. When you run this particular Maven command, target repository will get created, and under that you will see gateway service.yar, and this we are getting copying to /app. And while we are making this copy, we are also renaming this gateway service.jar to gateway.jar. So /user/bin Java. Then we have its k8s file. Again, one more deployment. Metadata are there, some specification, how many replicas, and what is the strategies. Again, a private image is looking. Either we can create our own image with this Docker file, or we can use there. For the other service, which we first we test the application, then we will create our own application. Just check with them they have their service or not. Yes, it is available there. And for all the services, the tags we have taken the very old tag. There are two tags old. Let's take this. It might have some or not. If it is not work, then we will go with the older one. Image is the, then For the communication, we have service, and it's also cluster IP. Then we have AMPS gateway. Then we have TC protocol, and this has the 8080 port. And same we can see container port is 8080 plus in the Docker file. It's also making its container exposed at this port. If we see, if we go back again to CD gateway, gateway is getting deployed, I think. Once again, I think again we made a mistake, and this time you know very well what mistake we have made. We have again choose the improper image. Here we are creating the deployment. One beautiful thing about the deployment is that, like here you can check, first new image will come. If it's came up, then the older one will get created. Before it, if others is not coming up, next will not get created. So EMPS gateway is also get created, and if we can check logs, we have a logs, and it's reading 8080. So the next component which we have is the web server, and web server is connected with the front end. Okay, so what should we do? We should create, first we can create the web server and front end. Let's create the front end first, because without the front end we can't get the taste of the application. Front end, here is our front end, and if we see, I want to thanks the organization for this public repository and that beautiful demo, and everything they are copy in. Okay, it's a I think Node.js Node application, and everything we are copying in this slash app. Then it is it will act as our working directory. Some we are installing here git, and npm install, npm run build, then the yarn add serve to build this, and exposing we are on 5000 port. Okay, and after that here port is 5000, and after that here if I check EMPS front end, then I go here. They are the public images. You can also use and create your own images. EMPS front end, Offstream EMPS front end. There are some users which also created this. Might be they are their company's employee or what. So Offstream EMPS older version, 4 years ago. Okay, let's go with the 1.0 version only. Then okay, that's one done. CD back to it is front end, and kubectl apply command -n test. Till the time it's getting deployed, show us the log. We will check for the web server. Where is the web server? This is the web server, and here is the Docker file, and this is just simple Nginx file, Nginx image of latest kind, and we are copying some configuration to the etc nginx.conf. Okay, then we have if we check this etc nginx conf, where is it is this is the nginx conf. So user root, work processor, auto, PID is this, error, okay, 2048, HTTP, sender on type, JSON, server, EMPS front end on 5000, some kind of reverse proxy is this working here, and if you can see the request is on port 80 will be getting redirected to the front end, and you have seen that front end was exposed at 5000 port, and after that if someone is looking for this slash tenders one, if someone looking for the tenders, then it is going for the tenders which we have not deployed yet, and employee, and then it's going to be employee service. It means we haven't deployed the salaries and the other one, and this will not will get resolved, but employee one will get resolved, I think so. And then location of health jet, access log. Okay, front end, we check the front end logs first. Front end is there, and is it healthy? What is log say? Accepting connection. Okay, it's accepting connection. That's good for us. Okay, then we have web server. Under the web server, we can just simply apply the files. Here we get the error, the path don't exist. Okay, here we check in the web server only, we don't have any k8s file, so we have to create our own k8s files. We have front end, just go to the front end and copy its files, just paste it over here, and here we have the API version, apps v1 deployment. It should be like web server, EPMS, EMPMS, web server. Same we can here. Match level, we should also change it here. For name is okay, but here I have to confirm, is it image available or not? Image is there, and what is the tag? Okay, tag is will be get from here is 1.0 4 years ago. Okay, then come back. Container port can be 80. Is there anything written in Docker file? No. Configuration file about the port. listening on port 80. Okay, we need this on port 80. EMPMS web server, should I copy? I think I have to change the one more time in the services, and here we are creating a service. Ideally we should create a one ingress for it, but I don't have DNS zone which can I map with this particular ingress. For what we can do, now run this command. It shouldn't give us the error, and let's check what it say. What its log say. Application completed, ready for startup, launching. Okay, so it also looks fine. Now if you go again to overview, you can see you have 6 deployments, and with corresponding to that you have 6 pods. What is this replicas? Let me see. Okay, they are saying that desired is 0, and that one gateway desired is 1. We don't have any. If you go to network, we have services for that. Now the main thing where we check, we have a web server, and if you go back again to the diagram, we have created the application, and we have this, their ports, on what port they listen, on what port they talk, Elastic, SQL. Here with the web server send request to front end from here. So we should expose our web server to outside, and as I said to you, I don't have the ingress, and there is no meaning of going with load balancer. We can generally go with 8090, we can say 80, 80. Okay, localhost 8080, it's getting redirected from here, and if we come back here again, if I run this on inspect mode, okay, now inspect port is ready, and if you go back to website again, if I can close it from here, we can work it out on here. You can check, this looks like that, and same in the configurator mode we are getting. So we can go to add employee, like I am adding employee, or tap on target, and employee name, target, and it's let me fill the address. Okay, I have filled all the detail. I don't know, there is nothing mentioned like it's mandatory or not, but I have filled like employee ID, name, address, email ID, phone number, annual package, role, status. Let's submit it. Okay, create. On creating the report, I'm getting the positive response, and getting the 200 response. Assume that okay. So initial flow is get created. So Now come back to here again. Here, till the time we have not completed, we have salary, attendance, and notification pending. And if we click on the add attendance, attendance list, it's not working. It's giving the error because attendance is not ready for us. So what we have done till the time, we have used the images available on the GitHub account of the particular user, particular organization, which whom project we are using for our demo and our learning purpose. And I'm sharing my learning with you all. Here, what we can do for salary and attendance, we create our own images. We get log out, and but I'm assuming flow is very much clear to you, and how thing communicate and how things works in Kubernetes is going going very easy for you. So if we come back to salary, or before salary we should go for attendance. Okay, here we have, it is also in Go YAML, sorry, Go language, have some configuration. Okay, EMPS DB, it's here it's check, here is password, but if you remember in the where is the DB, if I switch it off, we have MySQL there, and under the k8s file we have the different password, so it will fail. To make it not to fail, we create our image here in the attendance, in the Docker file, and in the config file. We need to change this. Okay, we change this. Here it is saying that attendance API port 8081, and like gateway is reaching out to attendance, and it will reach out to it at 8081 port, and MySQL is enabled, and DB name is attendance DB, and host is EMPS DB, and that's the port on which it is reachable. Username is root, and its authentication for it, this is the password. Then we have, okay, we have this particular service. Now you are very familiar with this. This here, but demonstrating the very simple deployment files, and a simple cluster IP service. If we come back to CD attendance, and under that we have Docker file. We can use Docker build -t, and name of is the EMPMS attendance, EMP attendance. Okay, then dot sending Docker daemon. If we pulling from library Golang, as you see, they first interact with the Golang, first take the Golang public images and do some stuff, some kind of we can say the required files, and then run the build process for Go. And once it's done, it's run the second process like Alpine image, second one, and add some dependency under that, and give us a very lightweight image in the last. So it will initially, first time when you run it, it will take some time to get the dependency in the local, and then it will create. For who's very new to Kubernetes, should create all the Docker images from like I have creating for attendance and salary. Might be salary we will do or not. Attendance for attendance we are creating our own image. Then like that we can say for if you have in the second time when you use this images, you should make your own images and make your own configuration. And in this configuration, you should add some very important configuration like taint and toleration, node selector, and we have more like resource management, which we have used only in one. Then PDB, you should define PDB for your ports. PV you should create. And there is one question for you. If you are creating the PV, what you are choosing, either dynamic or first you are creating your manual, and what are the your what you are thinking behind that? Why are is there anything which is blocking you for creating the dynamic PV, and how you are using this all the features? So till the time is getting created, if I go above, after the downloading all the dependency and images, it's run all the commands which were written in the Docker YAML file, and you can see go tractor running. And as this is very old version, and you can see it's giving some red flags there. I think it's get created. Docker images. Yeah, first they check with the Alpine image, then they check with the Golang image, then they create their image, and after that they change their name. So I have my own registry. Here we can create a repository. What we can name is, we can say, give the same name. If I just, it will take just 1 minute. Let's create a repository in our in my, this is my own Docker Hub account. I'm creating this one. Then I can make it public. Later on you can use and make some modification under that. Let's create. Now I have to push my image here. Okay, first we need to run docker tag command. Okay, and we should tag this as, this is the image which I want to tag, and what I want to tag is tag on target EMP standards, then v1.0. I think I'm in starting, so I should create this is as okay. We check. Okay, tech on target EMPs is getting created, and after that we have the command docker push. Okay, it's working, and after that till the time it's getting done, here where was our repository? Yeah, that one. If we currently we have only one version, we can simply mention it this, and it will get, I am hoping this will get the one and only version, and here I can change it to here. There should be a space. Pushing is in progress, and let me check the other things here. We have deployment with the name and label of EMPMS, employee management system attendance. I'm hoping it's EMPMS is employee management system, and its port is the 8081, and this is just an example of how you can deploy EMB. I'm hoping that. And service v1, it's AP version, and metadata is EMPMS, name and cluster IP. Then we have again 8081 port. Okay, I think it's pushed. Okay, done. And confirm from here, start it. There should be a one version of image available here. Okay, v1 is available. Just run the Kubernetes command, and here come back. EMP standards is there, and okay. I think without version it will not work. EMP standards, tag name, here is the tags, it's v0.1, and let's update it. There should be a colon in between, and let's run again. I think now it should work. Okay, it's listening on that. What was the issue? Issue just was the we have put V. This was just a spell mistake. We have put the V in front of that. If we go back again here, first we check the logs. If you can see, the logs are okay. This seems to be okay. No issue with that. Okay. We are pending with the salary and notification today, and if I just send a request to him again, and here you can see one employee is already there, and add attendance will work or not. Employee ID, I think there was one. I think today date only should I fill. Submit. It's giving the 200 response. Then check with the list attendance. Oh, sorry, list attendance. 1% present on. Okay. In same way, salary you can also check. Currently, it will not work because salary is not ready. Same way, we can check with the. I found this project very good and for a learner to do its practice and a real time kind of scenario for this. You can use this project to get learning, and I'm thinking of it to make this project with full like a full project like a, with CI/CD monitoring, logging, all everything set up, and if anybody interested can join me and convert these can create like help chart for this for practices, and we will see if anybody interested. Thanks for your time. I hope you'll like this video. Bye.